Hi, fellow viewers, to everybody. My name is Steve. I am making a live video about as a world's necrology practitioner. This video is about the first president of Kenya. I'm referring to Kenya's former president Jomo Kenyatta. Okay, a lot of Kenyans are watching this live video. This is about the former Prime Minister of Kenya. He was former Prime Minister of Kenya for 1 year, and this one is very important. He became first president of Kenya for 14 consecutive years until his death. By the way, I'll give you a background of Jomo Kenyatta from his birth until his death. Okay. By the way, a lot of viewers are asking if Jomo Kenyatta is his original name. Okay. The answer is they are based on my necrological findings. Yes, necrological findings. This is live. I found out some things very interesting and sounds truly African, truly Kenyan. Okay. His original name is Kamau wa Muigai. That is my first finding. Second finding is Kamau and Genji. Ngengi. That's his second original name. Okay, his birthplace is located in central highlands of Ichaweri. It's under the territory of Ngenda. Ngenda. It's under that time, during that time, it's called British East Africa. On October 20, 1891. Yes, that's my confirmation. A lot of historians declared his birthday on October 20. There are some versions that has 1894, 1893, 1895. The official birthday is October 20, 1891. That's the official birthday, because actually there was a lot of confusion during his birthday, so that's it. Don't you worry. The date of death, we have the same versions and the same findings. He died on August 22, 1978. That's in the presidential's office. Later, I will explain what happened to him when he was dying. Okay, why did I say he was the first president of Kenya? Because it happens like this. Actually, when he was Prime Minister of Kenya, he was first Prime Minister of Kenya. He wrote. He has so many educational background for 30 years. That is outside Kenya. He was brought by his grandfather. Then he was called MZEE. That's the African word. He was born as from the tribal ancestry of Kikuyu. The other version is Gikuyu. Kuyyu. Actually, I'm not from Africa because I'm here in the Philippines, so that's it. During his time before he became a prime minister, he wrote many books. This is most very important. In 1938, he wrote the book Facing Mount Kenya. That's the one I'm talking about, the Kikuyu. The tribal life of Kikuyu. That is his first book. Then 1944, during World War II, he wrote a book, My People of Kikuyu and the Life of Chief of Wangombe. The first book of 1944. Then the second book is Kenya, Land of Conflict. Yes, during that time there was a conflict at that time. So before he became prime minister, he had an educational background in United Kingdom, and he studied in Moscow in Russia. So that's it. By the way, he first arrived in Britain on March 9, 1929. So that's it. Then in August 1932, he studied economics in Moscow State University under the sponsorship of the Caribbean Pan-Africanist George Padmore. That's it. Then 2 years later, he began his studies in London at the University College in London, that is in Great Britain. Then a year after, he was transferred to London School of Economics and Political Science to study social anthropology. Then he was an epitome of indigenous Pan-Africanism, nationalism, and intellectual production in Kenya. So that's it. Then many things happened. In 1946, he returned to his home country. He returned to Kenya under British East Africa Territory that time, so it was not yet independent. He became a president of Kenyan African Union 1946. Then in 1961, he was a leader of Kenyan African National Union, KANU, KANU. So that's it. So that time he was already famous. Then he became the first prime minister of Kenya. Actually, he is a Kenyan anti-colonial activist because he liked to become a leader that the Kenya will become a country that time. Okay. The term started from June 1, 1963, then until December 12, 1964 as a prime minister. So it's only 1 year. Then after that, after the prime minister was phased out or abolished, so the people of Africa, which is Kenya, decided that he is already a leader, although a position of president. So that time, president was already agreed that he must do to become a father of nation. So that's it. So this is the most important part. He's the first president of Kenya from 1964, so after prime minister. He played a significant role in the transformation of Kenya, that is from a colony of the British Empire into an independent republic. So in other words, he was the founding father of Kenya nation. During that time, he also wrote a book. There was two books during his presidency. In 1968, he also wrote a book titled "Suffering Without Bitterness: The Founding of the Kenyan Nation," 1968. Then 1971, he also wrote a book, "The Challenge of Uhuru," the progress of Kenya from 1968 to 1970. This was published from East African Publishing House. The 1968 is the same, East African Publishing House. So that's it. That the cause of the by the way, the cause of his death is he had a heart attack. So that's it. He did not in his presidential office. So the staff found out that when they submitted documented reports, they found out he had a heart attack in his office. So that was the cause of his death. So that's it. He has survived three wives and 8 children overall. Based on my necrological findings, he had 4 wives. Out of 4 wives, he has one wife. They just lasted for 4 years. There was an early death, so that's it. By the way, of all the sources that I gathered, it's all from African Journal Institute, and there are some findings also in other encyclopedias. It's purely encyclopedias that is not yet internet, or it can be seen in website. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the most longest number of minutes of this video as a foreign necrologist practitioner. Okay, if you like this video, you can click like, you can subscribe, and I accept sponsorship to become a website in this necrology, because I'm a world's famous necrology practitioner. Thank you for listening. Good morning.